Alright, figured I would hop on here for a bit tonight. Probably won't be on too long. I am a little tired. Let me log into... I did well today. I was quite happy with the way I traded. Actually, let me show you what I did. I'll just try to bring this up off screen. So what I did was, I don't know how to show exactly what I did as far as executions. But that's wild. Why did it do that? Oh, okay. Shoot. I meant to turn this off. Yeah, I need to turn market data off. Sorry. And I'm not signed into my Quant Tower, so I can't run two things at once. I need to go ahead and log in. Let's see. Anyway, what I did was, if you go look at NQ on the daily, and I'm able to show it better on TradingView. In fact, I think I'll do that because I got it marked up, so you'll be able to see what I did and why I went short last night. So I stacked. What I did was, looking at this candle, so I stacked orders all through here to go short and to take profit here. And it worked out well. Worked out very well. I've always been, I need to see the bigger picture in the larger time frame. Okay, so here's what I did. So last night, looking here, let's see, is this today? No, sorry. Let me get to the daily. Okay, I'll get this figured out here in a moment. So this is today, right now. But last night, I looked at this and I was like, oh, it looks like a TTO to me. Top of a broadening formation. They could come down. So I marked out the liquidity on the 4 hour. And what I did was I stacked the orders there. So, I stacked the orders to go short here. So it went short here, and then this was one target, two targets basically. Now, what I didn't do was play this retrace. So this morning I woke up and I was up like $1,000 in each eval. So I just went ahead and closed the trades and went on about my day. But what I could have done better, looking back on it, is actually went long at all these levels here. I could have just played the retrace back up. So you see on the current day, or 4 hour, we've gone 2 up, but they're kind of turning it into more of a 2 up red. So if the sellers, or I'm sorry, if the buyers have gotten out up here, then I'd be looking for this to turn into a 2 up red day and then come all the way back down through here again. Have they done that? There's no evidence of it at the moment. But I could see it being a thing where they've kind of gotten out. So we'll just have to see we'll just have to see what happens. So if you go down to the 4 hour, I mean, they just keep playing around with this liquidity here at 16, 17, whatever you want to call it. I mean, if they pop it back above here, then, I'd be pretty confident going back another 10 points up. But if they stay below this liquidity, then I'd be looking for them to retrace back down. So at the moment, it's just kind of a wait and see game. I don't know what's happening. But that's just kind of the deal there. I don't know how in the world I got filled on that. That was not supposed to happen. I'm getting out of that because I don't know how I got filled on that. That was not. That's weird. I don't know how that order happened, but oh well. At least I got out for a very minimal loss right there. Okay. So that's kind of the status of things now. This is probably not a TTO yesterday because usually a TTO is more like broadening top of broadening formation as well as a longer wick, as you can see here, which is why I went short the day before, because I thought, I'm going to play this. If they're bringing down through this liquidity here at this top, then I'm going to go short down into here. And that's what happened, and it played out beautifully. Now, I don't know. I don't know I just can't, I can't say. I mean, there's a bit of a volume imbalance here between 798 and 810. So, if they start bringing it back below here, I think that's where my orders got filled right there. I think I had sell orders here. Nonetheless, if they start bringing it back down through the top of this liquidity here at 800, then down through here 795, then I'd be looking at 765. So I don't know. It's just kind of I can't tell what's happening tonight. I just don't have a clearer direction like I did last night. It's pretty choppy. They got us in a really short, tight range, and I'm not going heavy tonight like I did. I mean, I literally put these orders in last night and went to bed. And I mean that's how confident I was that they were gonna sell it off. Tonight I don't have that confidence. I can't tell. And so if I can't tell, here's my thing now. If I can't tell, I'm not trading it. I need to have some confidence in knowing what I'm doing in order to leave some orders like that and go to bed and feel confident. And I slept like a baby last night just because I was confident that they were going to sell it off. So tonight, I can't say. I don't know. My hunch is that they bring us down, but there's no clear evidence of it tonight. Really, I mean, we're just in a 20-point range here on NQ. That's horrendous. I mean, you can play the edges and play the range, but I just it's too tight for me to play tonight. Really. Anyway, let me get back to what I was doing with this performance, and I'll see if I can bring this up without showing my real name on screen. I think I can. Okay, you can see this one. Hang on, let me do something here. Okay, I don't know how to bring it up without showing my real name on screen, so I have to try to figure that out. And you would think I would know how to use a computer, right? I know there's got to be a tool that, well, I could, I guess, take a screenshot and then, show that order history. Anyway, I guess it doesn't really truly matter, but, I mean, I just explained what I did and why. So I'll just kind of give you the breakdown of it. It filled short at 18,742, and I bought it back at 18,714. So a good 30 something points right there. That was nice. And of course my dog's barking as soon as I get on stream, right? And then in the other one, it filled at 18,741 and bought back at 18,715. Had some ESs in there as well, but those were just like one or 2 points. Those weren't. No, I'm sorry. There was one that was 10 points. 53 sold at 53.31, bought back at where is it? 50. I thought it was 10 points. I bought it back at 53.28, and that was 3 contracts worth. So so I just layered all those. What I did was I layered the orders. So it says I went short here, was it here? Yeah, I layered them in. If I I'm looking at the log, so I layered them in. And I remember stacking them just all down through here. I didn't hold for the full run. I mean, I wanted to, but I didn't have exactly, like I said, I didn't have exactly the orders in exactly the way I wanted, but they were pretty close. This is ES here. Let me see if I have my mock-up on NQ here. So, this was... Yeah, so went in somewhere around in here, and then, I bought it back here this morning. So it says I went short at 18,741. So initially, I must have had it layered just a little bit shorter. Let's see. Yeah, so it actually didn't fill until about here. And then it says I bought it back somewhere around in here. So if you go down to the hour, makes a little more sense. Wasn't exact, but I mean it was close enough, and it definitely added a lot of money to my eval accounts. But yeah, I don't have a clear enough picture tonight to say what is going on or what I think will happen. I just don't have the confidence like I did last night. So it's all right. I mean, it happens. Some days you just don't read the market as well as you do others. I'd like to think they'll come back and fill that volume imbalance there, but no real indication of it yet. So the 250K accounts, let's talk about that for a minute with Apex, since they are the same price right now as a 50K. I like that you have extra drawdown. However, I don't like that you have extra drawdown because I bought 6 of them. I've got 3 of them left. So 3 I nuked. 2 I've got to 253,000. So I don't know. I can't. The jury's out for me on whether I like them or not, to be honest with you. Maybe because it's just because I've been used to trading this 50K. But excuse me, I've been trading a 75K actually this week. And I really think that for me, the sweet spot is at 75K. I feel like it gives, even though it only gives you another maybe $500 worth of drawdown than the 50K. I think I really like the 75K, a good mix between 50K and 150K. So the 100K to me is just, I don't know, it's just a little weird. I have a friend who trades the 100K, but the 100K is a little odd to me. I don't know why, but it is. But I think I really prefer the 75K. I don't think I've ever seen anybody trade the 75K, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll be the first one. So it works for me. I like it so far, and I've got it to look. I can't remember honestly if I have it on I think I've got it on TradeMate. I'm a little weird. I like a mix of TradeMate and Rhythmic. Because if one is down, the other one seems to not have issues. And so, I don't know. These things are weird sometimes. Okay. So I've won 250K I haven't even touched. One I nuked. Well, it's not completely nuked, but it might as well be. It's at 245,000. I just don't think I'm gonna bring it back from the dead, but good. It's possible. It's so much. I might as well just let it reset whenever it rebuilds. The 75K is at $76,433.15. So I'd really like to get that passed this week. If I don't, I mean, I'll let it roll into next week. But I really have enjoyed trading that account size, and I've never traded it before. It was on the 90% off sale, so I figured why not? I'd give it a shot, and it just appealed to me for some reason, so I bought it. I think it was an even $20. I didn't go ham on the Apex evals. I spent $100 on them. That was my budget. I said I'm going to spend $100 on their sale, and that's that. Whatever happens to the account happens to them. But that was my budget that I was willing to spend, and so there we are on those. I've had a lot of evals, not because I've blown them, but because I would buy them on sale, and I'd, set a particular budget. I'd buy them, and then something would come up. I'd, get really busy, wouldn't be able to trade them, cancel them, or let them rebill or something. So I'm on PA number 19. I have had payouts, but I've not had a payout this year. So 4 of the PAs I blew earlier this year, trading chop. I knew better. Just couldn't read the market, but couldn't get out of my own way. And that was that. I think part of it was I got mad at myself for blowing 2, so I kind of was like down in the dumps and thinking, well, might as well blow the other 2 and start over. And that was my mindset with that. Was it a good mindset to have at the time? Probably not. Looking back on it, but it is what it is, and that's where I was, and I'm being open and honest on this journey, and that's that. So I have 1 PA at the moment. I am not in, I'm in positive territory on it. Not by a lot, but it is positive. Barely touched the drawdown. I've promised myself that I wasn't going to trade it unless it was a really, really good setup, and I would just do micros until I had at least a $500 cushion in the account. So that's where that account is. It's positive $75. My dog TV kicked in for my dog. Wonder if it'll work. Well, in fact, she's sitting over here just looking at me. Right? You're just looking at me? Is your doggy TV relaxing? Get your ball. We'll play. Go get it. I'll throw it. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Anybody ever else seen a Chihuahua play fetch? This one does. And she's full-blooded Chihuahua. She learned it early on as a puppy. I've never seen another Chihuahua do it, but she does. So we can play fetch while I'm trading. Yeah, I just don't. I just can't tell tonight. I really honestly cannot. Are they going to come back up and hit 23? They're going to bring us down to 799. I don't know. I just can't tell tonight. And I'm not willing to nuke another eval to try to figure it out. In fact, I'm going to get out of this ES short as well. I didn't realize that was still on there. Let's do that. Take these orders off the table. So this one I've done pretty well on tonight. Traded a little earlier tonight, and I've got it plus 340. No, I'm sorry, plus 255. There's the PA account, plus $66. So I did lose 20 bucks out of that. Just trading micros in the PA, not willing to trade minis in a 25K. Unless it's a super short scalp, quick scalp that I know the direction on. And then probably at most just one mini. I know when I first started, trading in eval was like nervous, right? It made me nervous. Now I'm trying to get over being nervous in a PA account. And I think it's more about, for me, it's about patience and being willing to wait on that setup, right? Because I mean, I've had the patience tonight for the most part. Like I said, I can't tell what they're doing right now, so it's best not to trade it until I can until I can see what's happening. Yeah, and they're ticking up. So they may come back and touch that 23. Nine minutes until the new 4 hour candle. I'm tempted to take one long. I may do it in the. It's just one of those areas you don't know whether to be long or short, and obviously the trend is up, but we're not up enough round number for me to, because normally I can say, okay, if we're up 50, we're going to go up 100, right? I can stay long at least 1 to 3 micros and feel comfortable with that decision. We're kind of in the middle tonight. I mean, we're up, what, 18 points? I don't know. I mean, are we going to go up 50? We going to go up 20? You know, I just can't tell. Not tonight, I can't. I mean, granted, we got to be getting thin up here. If you look at the 4 hour, there's a broadening. I mean, there's a broadening formation that I drew, I think, yesterday on the daily. So that, and again, that's another reason why I kind of felt comfortable coming back inside. I didn't play the long side, didn't play the dip, so this turned into a hammer, and now we've gone 2 up on the day technically already. But you know, they could, if they start selling it off and coming back into this range of liquidity, then they could turn it into a 2 up red day, and then on Thursday, I'd be looking for pullback all the way down into here again. But if they keep pushing us 2 up, let's look at, are we at all-time highs? We're at all-time highs. So it's bound to be getting thin. I mean, nothing says we can't just keep grinding, but the inventory, as the market profile guys would say, is there's no inventory. So they got to start clearing some inventory. One of the guys I follow on Twitter, X, whatever the hell that thing's called these days. Let's see. Oh Lord, I forgot my Twitter password. Okay, well, thank God for saved passwords. Okay, let's see here. One of the guys I follow on Twitter, VWAP Trader 1, he is one of the absolute best that I've ever seen at Market Profile. I don't always understand Market Profile, but he makes it make sense. And so he says right here, and he says that I remember getting this alert, because I got my alert set up for him. I remember getting this alert today when I was at work. So he says, getting over and staying over 53.42.5 will bring change. We have looked above and failed on that level a few times. Well, we're above it. So let's see what the goddess of order flow brings going into the close. So see, he says right here also, that was yesterday. Market imbalance is a short bid is still very much in. This means liquidation breaks get bought up quickly. So he was right about that. I wish I had seen that tweet this morning, because not only would I've closed out my shorts, I'd have went back long. I highly encourage you guys to follow this guy. JJ is what he goes by. He was a market maker at one point. Has a very, very interesting story. Super cool guy. Had a heart attack in his 50s from all the stress of what he was doing. And so, he decided to help retail traders after that. And that's what they're doing, guys. It looks like we are going to go back and test this 23 to 26 area. Alright, new 4-hour candle. See what happens. If they push us into 23.26 on the new candle, or if they bring us back down into here. We'll see. Well, I guess I can't tell on the daily. Well, I could, but I won't. So, here's your new 4-hour. Again, if they've TTO'd, they're going to bring us all the way back down through here. But if they haven't, then we continue to grind to all-time highs. And NVIDIA earnings are tomorrow after close. So, we'll have to see. We will have to see. Let's have a little fun with one, shall we? Well, that's a bit of more of a dip than I was expecting. I mean, normally on a 4-hour candle, you will get a little bit of a retrace, but I wasn't expecting that. I gotta be honest with you. Okay, so that means they'll come down here. They should, if we break this low, they should come down here to 09. Let's see if they hit it. Wow, I really wasn't. I'm not expecting that, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and take my profit on that. That was a pleasant surprise, honestly. Okay, now I'm gonna switch to a micro, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because again, if I'm not wrong and they've TTO'd up there, one micro. Let's just go at the ask, whatever. I'll put my stop up here at 25. That's like $20 on a micro. But if okay, so this is what the Strat calls a pivot machine gun. Are you ready? Let me see if I can draw it out here, because I don't use Quant Tower that like to usually draw on. Number 1, there's your first pivot. Second pivot goes here. That's 2. It needs to be 5 pivots in a row. There's 3. There's 4. And there's 5. So if I'm not wrong, and this is a TTO, a triangle they out with this wick, and they pivot machine gun this, that's going to be one hell of a pullback. 100 points on NQ. So if you don't mind risking a micro for 10 points, this will get you a whole lot of risk to reward right here. A whole lot. But there's your pivot machine gun on the 4 hour if they decide to really pull it back. I'm not saying I'm a market wizard, because I'm certainly far from it. But I tell you what, whoever said time in the seat was not lying. The more time that you can spend watching price action, the better and better you see things. Doesn't matter if somebody else sees it different. It's how you perceive it and how you read it and how you see things and how you execute. It doesn't matter what your neighbor does, what your best friend does, what your buddy on Twitter does, what your YouTube streamer does, me included. It doesn't matter. You need to be able to read price action for yourself. No indicators, no nothing. You guys know I love the Strat. It is the only thing that's ever made sense to me. I don't understand RSI. I have no idea how to even read that shit. I have started incorporating a little bit of MACD when I saw a video from SMB Capital. It's the only video about MACD that ever made sense to me. But, point being, you need to be the person responsible for learning how to read price action and how to trade if you're serious about it. I was totally not expecting this pullback. Maybe I'm not wrong now about the TTO. Maybe I'm not. Okay, so look here, guys. I did 5 minis on this account, and it's up $900. Oh, could kill myself for not taking that in my PA account. But I'm going to buy back 3 of them. 4. Let's just do 4. I'm going to buy back 4. Take the risk off. This one, I'll move my stop down to here, this 18,816 liquidity area. I keep getting notifications that, I don't know if it's the current trades I'm in or what, but I'm about to find out. So I need to pull up something here to find out where my positions are. $234 got filled because I had those orders still out there on that account. So I'm cool with that. Alright, great. Let me reload this data. I hate when that happens. Okay. So this one's up $131. So tonight, this account is up $475. So I'm going to set an order right here. I'm not going to be real greedy. I'm going to set an order right here at 800. So it'll buy me, you know, it'll just take the profit there. And but I mean, I'd ideally like us to come down in here to 18,794. I got to get over the jitters, though, of trading. I mean, maybe it's just I need to focus on one account. That's very possible. I just do so much better when I'm at home in front of my computer, and you would think that I would take note of that and only trade when I'm at home in front of my computer, right? Alright, I'm actually going to move my stop up here, and I'm okay with it. If it does, you know, if it fills me on a retrade, it just did. Okay. Dang it. That's alright. I was going to put it right here at this wick, and it just filled me on a retrace, so it's okay, it's fine. I mean, I've made some pretty decent trades tonight, just even being on stream, I feel like. There's just certain times, guys, that I really try not to miss a trade, and that's every new 4-hour opening candle. I've been doing it a while now, and it's just it's my favorite time to trade, because you tend to get a lot of reversals off of those candles, or continuations as well. I think the other thing too that I gotta just not think about and put out of my mind is the 30% consistency rule in a PA account with Apex. It bothers me for some reason, because I think, okay, let's just say, for instance, I'd have gambled on that NQ trade right there, and I'd have went short 4 minis in my PA account, and I'd have been up $1,000. Well, I'm gonna take 30% of that, and you know, so therefore, if I have another day and I'm only up $200 that day, well, that's 1,000 is more than 30% of 200. So maybe I just need to not think about it, but it seems to be in the back of my mind, kind of like with Top Step. I have a hard time passing their eval. Why? Because of their freaking 50% consistency rule in an eval. So, I hate that. I hate that with them. I don't want to be under a consistency rule in a damn eval. It's just an evaluation account. I mean, yeah, it's an evaluation account, but it's an evaluation account. It's not always indicative of how you'll trade when you get to a real account. We all know this. So it just, I don't know, it's something about those consistency rules that I either need to forget about them completely and just trade, or I need to come to some sort of compromise in my mind and just trade. I was not expecting that pullback, though. I mean, I was expecting a pullback because I thought this could have been a TTO, but I was not expecting this pullback. If that makes sense. Be interested. I'm gonna hop on VWAP Trader's stream. He does a. He does every morning about 1:30 my time. I'm in Central Time. He does a thing in his Discord, and he goes over the volume profile, footprint, TPO charts, and talks about them. The guy is a great educator. I don't use volume profile and TPO charts myself, but I dang sure follow that guy. He's the best at it that I know of. And when I first started trading, like everyone, I went down rabbit hole after rabbit hole. So, yeah. If you wanna learn market profile, volume profile, and TPO charts, footprint charts, what, I don't know, it's all the same to me. Maybe it isn't. But if you wanna know it, follow that guy. And they got a 7-day, as you can see on his Twitter, a 7-day free access. His room is very, very affordable. I think it's like $300 or $400 for the year. And you will get 10 times your value with him in that room. Want to go short a micro in my PA account, but I just don't know if this is a temporary pullback. And this flashed because I looked at my phone. I gotta get signed in here so I need to sign in so I can just go ahead and be connected to, or maybe I haven't paid that bill. It's possible. So Quant Tower has a thing where you can have more than one Rithmic connection at once if you pay them $25 a month. Totally worth it. Especially if you want to trade more than one Rithmic connection. If you trade more than one Rithmic connection, this is the only choice, in my opinion, is Quant Tower. 6 of you watching me at 1:30 in the morning? Wow. It gets like a new record. Well, let's hope this is a TTO. And they could turn it into a 2-up red day, like I said at the beginning of the stream. Extremely possible. Extremely possible. They got to come back down here, though, and touch this liquidity at 798. Even though Quantower has a fantastic built-in copy trader, and all you gotta do is right here, go here, copy trader, and you can run it. I've got it stopped. I will say that for my psyche, running a copy trader in Quantower is less nerve-wracking than it is in Tradovate for me, because I don't constantly see the major P&L up there and, you know, for lack of a better word, shit my pants, right? Or jump up and down, whichever one. It's just better for my psyche to see one P&L versus all of them grouped together on the main screen. It just, I don't know. I can't get past it. When I first started trading the evals in copy trading, I did a trick on Tradovate. I did a trick where I actually literally put tape over the middle of my screen so I wouldn't see it. Because it really screwed with my head. And so I do still copy trade at times, but for the most part I do not copy trade. I trade each account individually. And the reason for that is because I feel like if you're going to blow the accounts, it's better to not do it all in one fell swoop. Off with your head. So I just prefer to take my time and trade each account individually. I know that Alpine lately has, I think before he was copy trading all, or he would group them in maybe groups of 5 or 6. Now I saw today on his stream he grouped them in groups of 3. So that may be something I switch and do. And it's very easy setup on Quantower. To be honest with you guys, this is becoming like my preferred platform. It's very user-friendly, I think. I love that you can click a button and hit a stop loss and a take profit. I love that you can click a button and do this right here. Let's just buy right here. Let's just sell right back up here. It's super simple. And they have made it very user-friendly. It does take a minute, obviously, with anything to, a little bit of a learning curve to get used to it. But I love it. I really love it. I know Trades by Matt uses Sierra Chart. That thing, the people that use Sierra Chart love Sierra Chart, but that thing is like, to me, it's like looking at Windows 98. Like, it's it's crazy. And VWAP Trader uses Sierra Chart as well. That's his preferred platform. Maybe I just didn't give it enough time, but my goodness, that thing is not that user friendly. It's got so many menus and buttons and customizations that it's kind of like Apple and Android to me. Apple's like, here you go, here's your phone, here's a few apps to get you started. Easy, right? Here's Android goes, well, if you want to add themes and, change all these menu buttons and everything. I mean, if that's your thing, cool. I don't have time for all that. And so, therefore, I just need something that works. I do have an Android phone as a backup phone if something were to happen to my iPhone, because I'm just kind of crazy like that. I like to have backups of backups, but that's another story. So, you know, that Android phone is nice. It's a Samsung Galaxy S something plus. I don't know. I do like that the screen on it is amazing, and it's got that pen that, you know, I can write notes or whatever. But other than that, I don't use it as past those two capabilities. I've been an Apple iPhone person since it came to Verizon, you know, and so there's that. Before that, I was strictly BlackBerry. I love my BlackBerry. And actually, the first smartphone I had was a Palm Trio 700p. I doubt any of you remember that, but that was an amazing phone, and I love that phone. His name again? Here, I'll show you. Sorry, I just now saw the chat. VWAP Trader 1. Number 1. So, VWAP Trader 1. The guy is absolutely phenomenal at what he does. Phenomenal. He learned from Jim Dalton, from what I understanding. Jim Dalton was like one of the founding father guys of market profile in TPO and footprint charts. This day, guys, I don't think I'm wrong. I think they turned this into a 2-up red day. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think we get a 2-up red day, and then Thursday we get a major pullback all the way down into these areas. Maybe even down into here if we're lucky. I think they've TTO'd. I wasn't wrong about it a few days ago when they TTO'd. I think they've TTO'd and they turned this into a 2-up red day. And I hope I wake up to it. 100 points down on NASDAQ. That'd be awesome. You gotta have pullbacks, guys. You can't just go zoop like this all the time. There's got to be waves. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Sideways, up, down, you know, so on and so forth. You can't go vertical, as just the law of gravity says. What goes up must come down. I'm not a permanent bear or a permanent bull, but I like liquidity, and I like to trade. I like to trade reversals. Love to trade reversals. So yeah, JJ's going to hop on his stream here in a few moments, actually. Alright, I'm going to go short 1 micro. I'll let it swing overnight. I let mini swing last night, but I don't have that full confidence tonight. I don't have that full confidence. I'll put my stop 20 points higher. Yes, even on the micro. Alright guys, I think I'm going to hop off. felt like we've had a productive stream tonight. I'm happy with it. Made some good trades. You guys listened to me for a little bit, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. But could be looking at a 2-up red day according to the strat. We'll see. I've been wrong before. Apex sale is going on until Thursday. 90% off. You can use my code BluesTrades. Even though I think the description says 80% off, but it'll get you 90% off at the moment. And so yeah, if you want to give a 50K or 250K a shot, or 75K, which I apparently prefer these days, it's pretty cheap. You won't get it any cheaper. They really don't run those 90% off sales too much anymore, that's for sure. It's either usually 71% or 80%, so don't go ham. You don't need to buy, 20 of them. Just buy a couple. Buy one. Who cares? I'm not getting rich off of evals. I think they pay me anywhere from $2 to $5. So 90% off. I got a whopping $2, I think, at everybody's account. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not, I'm not making a living off of affiliates. There are some, trust me, there are some YouTube guys out there that are raking in thousands of dollars every month from their affiliates. Don't give those guys your money. They don't need it. Trust me when I say it. It's akin to your preacher driving a freaking Cadillac and your ass is living in the projects. Or a trailer park. About the same damn difference. And they're on TV begging for your money. So that's how I feel about that. That said, I am a Christian. I believe in what Jesus did. And, but also believe what the Bible said when it said watch out for wolves in sheep's clothing, right? Just common sense. Okay, I am getting off here. I'm going to listen to JJ's stream. See what that man has to say, because he's much more knowledgeable than I am. And try to catch you guys tomorrow night. Alright, hope everyone has a good night. Thanks for tuning in. I certainly appreciate you.